Hello, Mavens. It's Maven Myra. And first, I miss you guys. I know I'm still connected with some of you on social platforms and text message for some and email, but as a whole, I miss you guys as a community. So I wanted to share the information I had with you today via video so that you could at least see me. Now, you can reply and send me a selfie or tag me on a post on social media, whatever that is, but let me see your beautiful smiling faces as well. So I woke up earlier this week with this thought of, are our wounds getting in our way? And I thought, that's worthy of me sharing with Maven Nation. So here's a couple of things that I want us to think about. You know, there have been some real tragedies that we have experienced during this crisis. People have lost loved ones. People have lost jobs, which, potentially has caused them to have lost possessions, all of those things. So there are real wounds that we have incurred during this pandemic. I don't want to make light of that. But what I also don't want to happen is that as we begin to reopen the country, the state, I'm here in Texas and they say they're going to be reopening in a couple of days. That's not my life. I'm not interested in reopening right now. That's a whole nother video that we'll talk about that. But I want you to be aware of what your wounds are, what they have been, so that when you begin the process of reopening, whatever that looks like for you, that you are not carrying those wounds with you unintentionally. Obviously, if people have lost loved ones, that grief is not automatically going to go away, nor do I suggest that it should. But I want you to be aware of what those pains points and those wounds and those things are, and how can we put hope. Yeah, put hope on top of that so that as we begin our journey into our new normal, because I believe that things definitely will not go back to the way they were, nor should some things ever go back. I think we're going to be okay with that. But I want you to at least be aware of those wounds, those pains, and how can you layer hope on top of that as you begin to move forward. One of the things as business owners I want you to do is look back at your 2020 goals. There are going to be some things that you wrote down that you're going to have to hit the pause button on, and maybe you can't come back to those until 2021 or 22. There are some goals that you're going to have to make some tweaks, adjustments, maybe some big pivots away from, and then you can move forward. There are going to be some goals that you're just going to have to remove off the list, okay? That's okay. I just want you to intentionally look at what you have and make the decisions that you need to make for you. This is not a comparison thing. This is not you looking at someone else's journey and saying, well, they're still moving forward. That's not what it's about, because you are responsible for what your goals, dreams, and purpose is. How do you deliver that into the earth? You're not responsible for someone else's, and you're not going to be judged at the end of your journey how someone else did. It's only by how you did what you've been asked to do. So I want you to be intentional about that, so that as you identify things maybe that are causing you to potentially move forward in fear or be paralyzed with fear, thinking, oh wow, this crisis happened, I had this goal set, so now I'm never going to be able to do that. Maybe you can't do it for 2020, but if it's something you sincerely desire, I encourage you to maybe put a pause for it now, but come back to it maybe next year or later in the year, maybe in the fall. But be intentional about taking a look at that. Be intentional about assessing how you're feeling emotionally. This crisis has impacted people in different ways, okay? We're sure about that. So only you know how you should really assess how you're feeling and what your reopen will look like or should look like, okay? I know some people are rip-roaring ready to go and get out of the house and get back to things as normal as possible. And if that's you, I have no judgment against that. I just want to be sure that you are intentional about what the reopen will look like for you as a person, not necessarily so much work and all of those things, but we can only deliver our best work, be it corporate work, as an entrepreneur, nonprofit leader, whatever that is, when we ourselves as a woman or a man are whole from the inside. and that we're not moving into the reopen in fear and doubt, extreme doubt. I think we're all going to have some levels of doubt, but extreme doubt, where it's paralyzing you and causing you to abandon goals that you actually can still reach with maybe just a little bit of pivot. So that's what I wanted to share with you today about not allowing your wounds to be in your way as you move into the reopen. How can you layer those wounds, assess them, and then cover them with hope as you move forward? So again, I miss you guys. Look forward to seeing you very soon. If you are feeling really stuck and need a little bit of help, feel free. Hit reply on this email, and let's set up a time for you and I to chat, so we can help you move forward in the way that you need to. Again, this is about your journey and what you need. So stay safe, stay well, and I look forward to seeing you guys and speaking with you soon. Bye-bye.